Welcome everybody again. I'm welcoming people who are returning, people who are attending for the first time to the Canadian Spectrum. Our group, this is our logo here, the Canadian Spectrum, and all the different colors of the spectrum. Or actually, I would even say it's the Canadian Spectra, because we have different, colors, different backgrounds, and this is what makes this beautiful Canadian tree. All these different backgrounds, belief systems, languages, cultures, and everything. It's the interplay that happens between all these together. This is what brings this beauty. Last time we talked about the Canadian Spectrum. What is the Canadian Spectrum? How can we achieve the Canadian Spectrum? What kind of problems might be an obstacle in the way towards Canadian Spectrum? Is this a possibility or not? Today we're carrying on with the same thing, but today we'll be discussing where is a home? What is a home? And where is a home? How can we have a home? Very frequently, people would refer to their countries of origin as home. So usually they'll say back home in India, or back home in Portugal, or back home in what, so on and so forth. Then the question that I would always ask them, then what is Canada? So where is your home? What is the home? And let me just quickly start asking you very briefly, what is a home for you? What does the word home mean? When you hear the word home, what kind of ideas jump to your head? What kind of thoughts? Yes, please.
Safe, secure, coziness.
Safety, security, coziness?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where love is. Like,
Where love is, okay.
Yeah.
And any other thing? Is home synonymous with a house? Are they interchangeable? Is a home another name for a house? Are they?
The house is part of home.
House is part of the home. Okay. What I would like us to start by doing, we'll be doing a little experiment, and it's called the HTP test. This is one of the well-known tests for determining the way we think about home. And HTP test stands for house, tree, person. It's a house, tree, person. So what I would like each one of you to do, please, on this piece of paper that I'm going to give you out, is I would just like you to draw a house, tree, person. I'll not give you any instructions. You can draw them in any way you want. The way you draw them will tell you a lot of things about yourself. So that's why no instructions are given. Just draw a house, person, and a tree. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down, please. Thank you very much. Okay, so what does this mean? What does your drawing mean? We'll get to know at the end. So the first question we want to think about was, when can you call a place your home? What makes a place your home? When can you really sit back and
It's relaxed and comfort.
comfortable and happy?
Yeah,
Mm.
And safe. Okay, so safety, comfort, happiness. Anything else? What will make you feel this way?
freedom.
Freedom, when you're free. So when you're free, you'd feel like that.
When we would have not such much problems.
You don't have much problems and
A free mind.
you have a free mind. Okay. So you're not only like free from daily commitments or daily chores or daily errands that you have to run, but you have a free mind as well. And
When you are
yeah, I'll be with you all in a second. Now, how do you define a free mind? What is your definition of a free mind? What is a free mind?
Without lots of worries.
Okay, so carefree, worry-free mind. Okay, and I believe,
okay.
yeah.
Let us
So,
Alright. I was going to say.
It's okay.
It's peace, like if you feel peace also. There's peace.
so you have peace
Yeah.
inside you. Okay.
you are belong to that.
You belong to, okay, so you feel that you belong to, you're part of this place. So, blending in is a very common term that we hear all the time. You need to blend in. What does blend in mean?
Mix.
Yeah. Remember like a blender, a food blender,
Yeah.
where you put all the ingredients together and then it blends them together, cuts them together? So, question is, why can you or can't you blend in? So, why can you blend in or you can't? There is this chasm, there is this crack, there is this space between you and other people. First of all, why can you blend in? What makes you blend in any society? What is required? What do you need to have in order for you to blend
Open
in?
mind,
Quality.
an open mind.
An open mind. And how do you define an open mind?
Somebody who wants to be with other people who
Mhm.
is not like him, is different as,
Okay.
I
So-
don't know, the color, the origin,
So you think it's a
Yes.
decision as well?
yes.
I have to be ready for this. It has to be a determination
Yes.
from my side.
Yes.
It's something that I have to decide.
Exactly.
Okay.
On top of that, the other side has to accept you. By, like when, okay, you have the decision, but when you find the other side also likes to have you in this community or something, like when everything is equal with them and you, there is no differentiations between all of the people in this
Okay.
society.
You can blend easily.
So you think it's a mutual thing? It's not
Correct.
only
Yeah.
a one-sided thing.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
only for me wanting, but
Yeah.
the
I
others
have
accepting
the-
too.
I have the intention, but
Mhm.
I need the other side also to accept me and that,
Okay.
yeah,
So it has to be like a two-sided decision.
Two-sided
It has to be a
decision.
mutual
yeah.
readiness from
Yes.
both sides to
Yes.
accept the other.
Like when we came here, they welcomed us. Before that, they opened the door, people
Okay.
to come. That's why we came. If there is no, if there were barriers,
Okay.
we couldn't like move to this country. This is an example for me.
Okay, so for this person to join those people, it has to be a decision taken by both
By
sides.
both sides.
So it's not only enough for him to want to join them, but they have to accept him.
Yes.
Okay. Any other ideas about that? Why can you blend in? Okay, and why can't you blend in? Any other things other than that? Any other ideas about why or why not you can blend in or not blend in? Okay, we'll move to the other side, or the even more important question. Who can or can't blend in? Is blending in open to everybody, or do some people do not have this option? Can somebody not blend in? Because we have stereotypes. Looking at people would usually, kindle, trigger some ideas in our heads. Once we look at someone, there is an idea that would jump to our head. And this idea is usually triggered or kindled because of stereotypes. Once we see that person, the way they talk, the way they dress, color of their skin, their name, whatever that might be, we will automatically start thinking of things in our mind. So, do you think it is easier for someone to blend in than others? Again, is it not at all possible for some people to blend in?
Yeah, the one who doesn't have any kind of racism.
A person who doesn't have any kind of racism. So you're talking about the person who's blending in, or the people who are accepting
Who's
him?
blending and
The person who's blending in must
and
be.
even if there is a special community where they have a kind of racism, like they want to have their own life, their own traditions.
Mhm.
You can't blend in with them unless you follow them.
Okay, so for some people, they would give prerequisites, requirements. if you want to be part of us, then you must follow these rules. If you don't follow these rules and abide by our decisions and our, way of thinking, then you're not welcome. So you think it's very important that the person should not be a racist person
In any way.
in any way. And when you say any way,
Like
can you further
color,
elaborate, please?
Color, background, religion, language, anything.
Okay, so he shouldn't be a racist, shouldn't be a sexist, shouldn't be a bigot in any way. So like not holding any predetermined stands regarding race, faith, gender, color, anything. They have to be absolutely free. Any other ideas about that? Who cannot blend in or who can? Do you think like blending in is open to everybody, or do some people may not completely?
People who cannot blend it is people who doesn't respect everybody, anybody.
Mm-hmm.
They think just how I am, how I think
Okay.
is good.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is not good. So it's not different people. It's
Okay.
bad people.
Okay.
That is.
So those people are very self-centered. Maybe we discussed this last time. We talked about being ethnocentric. So you discuss everything and you judge everything according to your own standards only. Yeah.
Skin color and everything.
So those people think it's my way or highway. Okay. Okay. So people who will not.
Can blend.
Those cannot blend in. Those who see the world with one color only, those people may not blend in. Any other reasons why somebody may not blend in or may not be part of a good culture? Yeah.
I think people who come from close society,
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult for them to get in this culture here.
And how do you define a closed society? What is a closed society?
Not open society. There is every time separate between different between male and female.
Mm-hmm.
For example,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about myself.
Mm-hmm.
When I came here first time, I went to salon to cut my hair.
Yeah.
When I opened the door, I saw ladies inside.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately I closed and ran away. Why? Because I came from Abu Dhabi. Long time I lived in Abu Dhabi, in
Oh, okay.
Gulf.
Okay.
There, it's impossible to see man go to female salon or
The other way around.
other way.
Okay.
So like I shocked when I saw ladies inside. I closed the door and ran away.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. You can't even walk in front of the ladies' salon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So yeah.
I need closed society.
I understand, totally understand what you're saying, yeah. So the kind and structure of society you're coming from plays a very important role. So, yeah, in some societies, like some things that are taken for granted, like, mixing of genders. In other societies, like you're talking, we have gender segregation. Genders may not be mixed at all, in any place. So it starts with their childhood, in education, they cannot be mixed together, and then it goes to all parts of life. So, but again, do you think that somebody coming from, as you defined it, a closed society, would always find it impossible to blend in, or do they just need more time?
Maybe they first time, or
Okay.
can face some problem.
Okay.
Then after that,
Needs some
with
time.
time, needs time, yes.
So you think it is possible, but
Yes.
just will come with time,
Depend the person.
Yeah.
depending on the person. So how flexible they are?
Yes.
Okay,
And how much they want to be.
okay.
So the environment, I think, in the country and in the family inside play a big role for this blending.
So the family in the country plays a big role in the blending in. What role do you think family would play?
Family is because I think as parents educated his children is makes a sense play a big role in the open mind of the children, how they educated him in home, how they teach him. It's very important things because you can see differences between children according to his family condition and environment.
So you think the way somebody's brought up, the bringing up of the child plays a very important role. What kind of ideas you insert in their minds since their early childhood.
Child.
Okay, this will play a very important role in what, the way they will perceive things or the side they will take.
So the way how we'll be thinking,
Okay,
the way of thinking is very important.
so the way of thinking is affected very much by the way you're brought up, by
Yeah.
your family.
Yeah. How you can accept this?
Okay.
Easy, difficult,
Mhm.
need time, don't need time. It's the way of thinking.
Okay. So a family may be like, you know, the basic unit of a country. So like you were saying, your country might have this extra closed or extra conservative structure.
Yeah.
But again, this country is made of the units of the country are just small families. What we call the nuclear family,
Yeah.
small family, and then the extended family. Nuclear family, mother, father, children, extended family, grandparents,
I think
cousins, and so on.
Another way the children can be between the society and the family.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Because they want to have an open mind and blend in with
Mhm.
the people, but they have fear to don't upset the parents because they don't allow them to
Okay.
do that. And for them it's not very easy.
So you think the family And
They shut
the-
down,
culture,
Yes.
they can be obstacles in each other's way.
yes, can be.
Okay, so,
Sometimes can be up. for
okay, so the family can be like an impediment, something
Yes.
stopping the
Yes.
progress of someone, or like the blending in of someone, or it can be a
Or
booster,
can be a-
something that can help them further blend in,
Yes.
further go ahead.
Just I think if I have an idea about myself, just I have the tools in my subconscious or conscious in myself, I have the tools only I have and my society, just or what that I belong to, then it will be impossible to blend
Okay.
if I think I just only have the tools.
Mhm.
I think it would be impossible to accept the other people just from my subconscious or consciously.
Okay, so whether you consciously or subconsciously, things that you,
I think
possess
I will refuse.
the
others.
truth, not a truth, but
The
the
truth,
truth.
the
Yes,
truth.
the
The
truth,
truth.
the absolute one.
Yes,
Then
Just
this
all.
might prevent you from blending in.
yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah,
It
that's,
would be difficult to blend in.
okay. So again, having readiness.
Some people heard about this from society, from friends, from like this, about they didn't blink in, they didn't, just afraid or
Mhm.
like this.
So you take most of your information from other sources, not your own primary research. Those people, again, will find it so hard to blend in because they're not told to blend in, or they're like scared of blending in by their own managing group or the group that they might belong to. A very important question is, how long does it take to blend in? So like, if you are a person who's ready to blend in, how long does it take to blend in? Now, this is what we are, but this is what you want to be. So you need to make this jump or this leap actually It is a good leap. So, and sometimes we call this a leap of faith. You must have faith inside you to make that leap.
Yes,
Because
but
that's
some-
not an easy one.
Depends on each person.
Some people, from some people depend the self-respect.
Mhm.
Some people think I'm not good enough for these people,
Okay.
or others say I'm too good for these people. So
Okay.
it's a little bit about everybody from self-respect.
Your self-esteem.
Yes.
So if you
Yes.
overestimate, you underestimate
Yes,
yourself,
or yes,
you,
yes.
you exalt yourself to extreme,
You
know, big sort of like
made
you-
this big change to switch your country
Mhm.
and you come here and you need to found yourself here because at home everybody knows you. But
Okay,
here you
okay.
have to demonstrate who you are.
so here you're starting from scratch. Again, you're just a plain piece of paper, nothing written on,
Yes.
and
Nobody
you need to
knows
prove who you are. Nobody knows you. All your previous history is just deleted, and we're starting from the very,
You
very
have to
beginning.
prove who you are.
Exactly. Who am I? What do I have to give? So, so you think like the time you need to prove yourself is the time
That's about-
needed to make this
First
jump.
of all, yes.
Any other reason? Anything else that might affect the time needed to make this leap?
I
The
think-
age of the person.
The age of the person?
Yeah. If the young, the children, they jump quickly.
They didn't need jump, they
Yeah.
already jumped.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't think,
They already jumped.
So is the age per se, is the age really the problem?
no, think,
The thinking.
yeah, yeah.
So what does age do to the thinking? Like, what is the relationship between age and thinking?
Young people don't think.
Young people don't think,
Yeah, they do it,
Better like
just
that.
do it.
they just do it.
makes people more conservative.
Why?
It makes them stubborn.
Make them stubborn? Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Age don't make people stubborn. Youngsters are more stubborn
Okay.
than elder people because they experienced many things in their life, and when they want to have their next step, they
Okay.
need to think more. And
Okay.
I think it's a good thing.
So you think because you have a long history, you already did many things, you have many achievements behind you. And so it's not easy just to, put all this aside and start from the very
No,
beginning?
I don't mean that. You can, if you want,
Mhm.
if you are a person, you can really make a big difference in your personality and in your life. You
Okay.
can do it easily. But it usually doesn't happen for all people because it needs a big effort, a big and powerful idea supported,
Mhm.
and also the society and even families should support this person.
Okay.
If not, it would be a big disappointing.
So you think this is more available for younger people than older people?
More available, but it's not impossible for older people.
It is, but with more difficulty.
Yeah.
It is with more difficulty. Any other ideas about that?
I feel that depends on, maybe the age is not a big obstacle. If someone has the intention and the passion inside,
Yeah.
even if he's old or young or old or whatever, they can't get decide what they want and pass this, and jump, I mean,
Mhm,
jump
make
the,
this
make the
leap, yeah.
decision to jump and blend and it depends on the person, actually.
Okay, so the passion, the amount of passion that they
Yeah,
have,
yeah,
how passionate really
Yeah,
they want
yeah,
that.
yeah.
How important, how fundamental is
important,
this for
yes,
them,
yeah,
for their
For
future
the
of their lives?
future, yeah.
Okay, so that's a fundamental, a very essential thing for them, then yes, they will make that leap,
Yeah.
whether they're young or old. But if it's not that important, then no, okay.
Other people calculate the rates before jumping this leap.
Yeah.
Always,
If
all
the-
people
if-
calculate.
If the risk is small,
Always.
they can do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
But they can calculate everything before doing anything.
Before decision.
okay. So you think older people usually tend to take calculated risks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't just leap in the dark.
From their experience.
From